Namaste. Let us begin with a prayer. Om Sahana Vavato Sahanau Bhunakto Sahaviryan Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today, let us try to understand the concept of how to use the physical level practices in the integrated approach of yoga therapy, which includes healthy sattvic diet, physical practices that includes Shithilakarana Vyayama, the breathing practices and asanas, and kriyas, cleansing techniques. In this session, let us try to understand how we can understand the whole concept of a healthy body as understood by physical fitness trainers, by exercise physiology, and by the Eastern scientists, by the asana physiology. We all know that health is not just mere absence of disease, but it is a positive wellness at the physical, mental, social, and spiritual level. Observe this definition. When we say absence of disease, we are experts in modern medical science to be able to detect what abnormality body has, and we as doctors would give a certificate, CVS NAD, RS NAD, JD NAD, NAD, NAD. What does NAD mean? Nothing abnormal detected. So we are experts in detecting abnormality. But just because there is no abnormality, no disease, that's not total health. Total health is positive wellness at the physical, mental, social, and spiritual level. And for this, let me just show you another immediate slide which talks about the definition of yoga, where Sri Aurobindo defines yoga as that process that gives techniques for total personality development at the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual level. It appears as if WHO has taken the definition from Yoga Masters, which is 5000 years old science. So, to achieve this health, which is a continuum, health is not just one single state, it's a continuum. We can go on improving our health. If you plot well-being on the x-axis and health on the y-axis, you are seeing that the normal health zone is going on improving as the wellness improves. And take it further up the line, positive health, super health, and perfect health. This is where yogis were experts. They were able to move towards perfect health from normal health, and they evolved large number of techniques for evolution of the personality from normal health towards better states, which is the highest state of freedom, highest state of health, highest state that a man can move towards to reach the highest levels of happiness. Take the line further down to the left. As the wellness level goes on decreasing, your health level goes on decreasing. This is the area of sickness, and what we do as yoga therapists is to see that we use the same techniques that the sages used to move from normal to better and better health, to pull up the sick person to normal areas of health. And that is the whole of the understanding of total personality development, which has to have all these factors. Be happy, everyone wants to be happy, healthy, better knowledge, work efficiency, better self-mastery, and service zeal, peace and poise are all the techniques. Let us today understand the concept of total positive physical health, where we talk about physical health means the first thing that we all think of is better fitness. Better fitness to do muscular activity, to be able to run, jog, jump, weightlift, do a lot of physically strenuous activities. Fitness, 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 get good muscles. This is the first thought that comes to everyone's mind when we talk about physical fitness. And in this, the musculoskeletal system. The muscular system is directly involved, and therefore in the muscular system, the positive wellness is indicated by strength, stamina, dexterity, fine motor movements is also a very important indication of positive health, and immune stamina. It's not enough if you are just physically strong. Your physical health is also measurable by how tolerant you are to external onslaughts by toxins, germs, or to infections, changes in variations in temperature. So environmental tolerance, immune stamina to be able to tolerate germs, toxins and foreign material that may enter the body is also a very important measure of better stamina. And that is why when we talk about better stamina, yoga, balance, which is referred to as samatvam, there are two components that are introduced. Samatvam is for Shita Ushna, Sukha Dukha. Shita Ushna refers to temperature changes in the environment. Temperature changes, humidity changes, atmospheric pollution changes, atmospheric germ count changes, atmospheric oxygen level changes. To this, how you are able to adapt, accept and quickly change your physiology is the external health indicators. Internally, of course, mind level, sukha dukkha, to be able to cope up with challenging situations of life which can cause unhappiness, etc. So when we are talking about muscle development, simply what we should understand is, if you really want to be fit physically, to be able to walk without getting tired, without getting exhausted, feel that good energy, we have to keep our muscles strong, and muscle development totally depends on exercise. Exercise, rest. Move the muscles and rest them. Move the muscles, rest them. Move the muscles, rest them. This is the way one person can develop the muscle stamina and keep physically fit. And what yoga thinks about is the role of mind for physical stamina building. And yoga basically is for mastery over the modifications of the mind, or as we call it, mastery over the monkey mind. Therefore, yogic people doing physical practices is not for only physical stamina building or sturdiness, but use the body and mastery over the muscular system to be able to get mastery over the emotional aspects of our mind. Emotions is the most difficult thing to control, and how to get this mastery again? Give a stimulus followed by relaxation. We all have been understanding the concept of 5 aspects of our personality. To be able to develop the physical stamina, which is the Annamaya Kosha, we use lot of Annamaya Kosha practices or the physical level practices to be able to move on to get mastery over the mind again. Annamaya Kosha practice to get mastery over the mind is asanas. Pranamaya Kosha practices to get mastery over the mind is pranayama. Mind level practices to get mastery over the mind is meditation and devotional practices. Vijnanamaya Kosha practices to get mastery over the mind is the happiness analysis and notional correction, all helping person to move towards the total state of mind, total state of yoga, in which Patanjali gives 8 steps, 8 limbs and physical practices, the asanas, form the third limb, and the objective of doing physical postures or asanas is also the physical gain also, that the joints get loosened up, flexibility improves, muscle stiffness comes down, and stamina builds up. We all have three types of personality: lazy mind, dull mind, drowsy mind. Body becomes lazy, stiff, weak, etc. This is the state of tamas. So to be able to shatter this tamas, break open this tamasic personality at the physical level, mind level, we use asanas, which involves repetition of practices, speed of practices, and jerky movements, etc. And there are two schools of yoga. One is the Hatha Yoga, where we do a lot of dynamic practices, repetitions, stretch, hold, etc., which helps in removing the dullness, laziness, locked up state, and opens up and helps us to go into a state of ease, effortlessness, freedom. Body becomes more smooth and relaxed, and then the expressed mind has to be now brought from rajas to sattva. For that we have to do relaxing type of asanas. So relaxing type of asanas involve gentle stretches followed by relaxation. Slowness, maintenance are the features of this, and we can call this as Patanjali Yoga, which shatters both tamas and rajas and helps in moving towards sattva. So moving from tamas to rajas and rajas to sattva, we use dynamic practices, then slow practices, and go on to practice the asanas in a systematic way. Yogasanas can be classified in various ways. It can be classified as standing asanas, sitting asanas, pranasana, supinasanas, or relaxing asanas, meditative asanas, cultural asanas. So relaxing practices are the Shavasana, Makarasana, meditative practices, example Vajrasana, Sukhasana, Swastikasana, cultural practices. All other asanas come under cultural asanas. So culturing the practices, cultural practices has a special reference. Culturing means what? What are we culturing? You are stretching certain parts of the body. For example, when you bend the body in Paschimottanasana or Padahastasana, you put the mind on the back, Paschimotthana, stretched back, where on the stretched part of the back you concentrate your mind and feel that part and do the relaxation in that part. That's what is the reference. That's why there are a large number of cultural postures: standing, sitting, prone, supine, inverted postures. All these different parts get stretched. Put your mind focused on that part and stretch that part and work on that. Shithilikarana Vyayama we call. These are not actually asanas, but they are preparatory practices, fundamental movements for loosening the joints as a preparatory practice. Therefore, when we do these practices, we loosen individual joints, which may include a little bit of spot jogging, followed by forward backward bending, side bending, twisting, etc. And in all these Shithilikarana Vyayamas, we repeat the practice, have jerks in the practices, and then we work on individual parts of the body. Energy expenditure increases, muscular system is stimulated, respiration goes deeper and faster, cardiovascular system also gets stimulated. So all activities of the system gets activated in this. But what we want to understand is, to understand the real physiology of a yoga asana, Shithilikarana Vyayama is like an exercise. What we are going to talk about in a few minutes is exercise physiology. So Shitilikarana Vyayamas are like energy spending exercises, whereas Yogasana is not meant to be energy spending. Very clearly Patanjali defines Yogasanas as Sthira Sukham Asanam. Means you have to maintain for a long time effortlessly in a very relaxed way, and that is what is a yoga practice. So when we maintain in a yogasana, there are 3 steps. Sthira, stable. For this we have to make lot of effort. With effort only you are able to reach the final posture of a asana. Without putting effort, if you are just stopping, okay, you are trying to bend forward, the back says, no, I can't bend anymore. If you stop there, you have not yet completed the Paschimottanasana or the Padhastasana. So you have to put in a lot of effort, pull, repeatedly, day by day, day by day, until you reach the final posture. And that is a stage where you put in effort, and that effort will slowly get reduced as we maintain, and during that maintenance phase we become more and more stable, steady for a long time, and finally to be able to maintain that sukha that Patanjali talks about, we should be able to tune ourselves to infinity and work on that. So yogasanas are slow practices, maintenance is important, and rest is very, very important, and all systems of the body, part by part by part, get deep rest, and this rest is through deep internal focused awareness of the stretched part of the body, whether it is the dynamic school or the slow school of Patanjali, where we talk about relaxing type of practices. Both of them definitely help in total personality development, and most important, interned mind. It makes you inwards, and through that recognize what are the modifications of the mind, how mind is getting distracted, how mind is getting disturbed, and through that develop mastery over the mind, and helps in moving towards selflessness, promotes positive health and bliss, and all organs and systems of the body start working in harmony. And on the background of deep relaxation, naturally the nervous system and the body gets more and more normalized, and that is how it reduces the strain on the system, stress on the system, and therefore we have to move towards better and better stamina. In this context, let us understand the 3 very, very important sutras that Patanjali Yoga Sutras give to understand the concept of how one should move on and on in improving our progress in our yogasana practice to reach the highest state of yoga. The first sutra which we understood is Sthira Sukham Asanam, means stable and blissfully engrossed in the asana, is the only sutra that Patanjali gives. He doesn't talk about multiple types of asanas, how you should do asanas, whether you should put effort or not. All that is given only in one sutra. By the next sutra, in which he says Prayatna Shaithilya and Ananta Samapatti. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam means what? You move from effortful effort to learn asanas, and then you should maintain in the final posture by doing lot of effortlessness or relaxation. So to reach the final posture, you may have taken even 1 month. Try, move on, stretch a little more, lot of energy, lot of effort, lot of pain, lot of strain, all that is prayatna phase. After you have done the final posture, to maintain for a long duration, you have to start looking at each and every part of the body. Say for example, you are maintaining in Ardha Chakrasana. You have stretched your body, but you are trying. You have to really relax the forehead, relax the neck, relax the back, without losing the final posture. So relax part by part with awareness is Prayatna Shaithilya. That helps you to save your energy and maintain for a long duration of time. Going further, while maintaining in the final posture, what is the next word? Ananta Samapatti. What does this mean? Ananta. Anta means limited. Ananta, unlimited. Samapatti, become one with that. So, from the point of stretch, you are stretching the body. Say for example, you are stretching the back like this and there is a stretched painful part. You put your mind intensely on the painful part. Now effort is released, and then now from that point start feeling the diffusion of the energy. Feel the loosening effect there, relaxation effect there, as if ice is melting into water and diffusing away like steam, going out into the body. Entire body are now aware, and from there get escape from the body, go to the entire space in the hall, go out of the hall, go out into the space, go into the panorama of the trees, out of the tree panorama, into the space, into the blue sky, out of the sky into the endless space, and you will see how your mind becomes so effortless, so blissful, and merges in that vastness. And if you are able to, I remember one participant, a patient who had come with very bad back pain, and he understood this concept. What he did was, he was do a little simple stretch, sitting like this, bend this part, maintain there, focus his mind on the stretched part where he had the pain, and maintain, and diffuse, merge into the vastness, and enjoy that place, enjoy that experience of diffusion of the tightness, relaxation, etc. Ananta Samapatti from the point of the pain, and he was completely free from the pain. This is how we apply this concept of Ananta Samapatti even in therapeutic situation. Ananta Samapatti, and then the next sutra is even more deeper, where Patanjali says, Tato Dvandva Anabhighataha. You merge yourself in that universal consciousness, forgetting your body. You started with the stretched physical part of the body where your mind was focused. Now defocus, expand, and you forget yourself, get lost in that expanded awareness. And what is that? That is like yujyate anena iti yogaha, which you have understood, where the individual consciousness merges with universal consciousness, which is the terminal goal of yoga practice, Kaivalya Sthiti, where I become totally diffused and merged without any identity of myselfness, myness, and merge in the universal consciousness. And how will that yoga person be? He will only be an universal person. He will only be able to love the whole world and give love to the whole society and do the best for the society, and blissfully, joyfully, enjoyably he will be moving around doing whatever he needs to be doing without getting distressed.